Okay, so we have a parallelogram ABCD having an area of 72 that is given. The sides CD and AD have the lengths 9 and 16 respectively. So the lengths are given. And then there's a point AP. So let me first draw the diagram. I'll just draw a random parallelogram to begin with. And then what I'm going to do is, sorry, just let me do this a little more appropriately. Uh, yeah, more or less parallel. Okay, so let me assume this is a parallelogram. So now I'm going to name it in a way that this values are ascertained. So CD is the smaller one and AD is the larger one. D is common, right? So I can name it in a lot of different ways. So I can do it in this way, let's say A, B, C, D. So AD is 16 now, this length, and CD is 9. So I'm just trying to keep a parity so that it's easy to understand. Next thing, we drop a perpendicular on CD from A, right? So let me do that. So let me drop a perpendicular here. So dropping this perpendicular. And we are looking for the area of the triangle APD. So by the way, this is P, sorry. And we are dropping this perpendicular. So we are looking for this area APD. So this is the area that we are focusing on, right? Um, See, the area of the parallelogram has been given for some reason, right? So that should be able. I mean, that is something we should be able to relate to the rest of the data. So I hope you know that the diagonals of a parallelogram bisect the parallelogram into two equal parts, right? So you can prove that by congruency very easily. All the three sides will be equal of the two triangles that will be formed. So the reason I'm going into diagonal is because the one thing that we can say for sure is if I connect this AC, now both of these triangles, I mean the triangle ABC as well as the triangle ACD, both will have equal area and hence both will have an area of 36, right? The reason I'm focusing on this is because once I know this area of the triangle ACD, check this out. I know this base CD, right? So that is 9 in length. So once I know this base length, I can figure out the height using this area. So I know that half into AP into 9 is equal to this 36, right? The area of this ACD triangle. So essentially we get the value of AP. If you just solve this out, you get the value of AP as 8. Uh, Now you can apply Pythagoras or just observe one thing here. So this length is 8 AP. Now in this triangle APD, the area that we require, this 8 is actually half of 16. So this is not justified. But then, okay, I mean, just assume that is correct. So this is 8 and half of 16, right? So this is basically a 30, 60, 90 triangle. So when you have half of it, or if you're not confident, just apply Pythagoras. So root over 16 square minus 8 square, whichever way you want to prefer. So you'll find that PD length comes out to be 8 root 3. So this length will be 8 root 3. So once you have that, area of APD is pretty easy. So that will be half into AP into PD. So that is 32 root 3. So that's option C as the answer. So pretty easy question. Just draw the diagram as much properly as possible. It's not you have to draw exact with scale and all, but just to indicate the figure and the points appropriately. If you do that, then it becomes an easy problem to solve. Otherwise, you might make a mistake in this problem. So roughly, again, I would say 1.5 minutes or maybe a little more as well for some of you who are not that comfortable with geometry. The reason I can identify those objectives, I mean, the AC construction is important in this particular figure. The main challenging questions in geometry you will face only when there will be a construction required. So trying to identify why that construction will be required and how what would we gain from it, that is relevant from a geometry question wherever constructions are required. So I'll just run through that once more, that is. So because I'm focusing on this APD triangle, I need to find the APD triangle. If I can figure out AP is the perpendicular. I know that if I can figure out AP, the PD is known because the hypotenuse is 16, right? AD is the hypotenuse of that triangle. So my target was to figure out AP because that is the height to even ACD triangle. So see, whenever I'm saying ACD triangle, automatically the construction AC comes into mind, right? Because once I figure out the AP value, or let me come back to that. So if I can use the ACD triangle area and figure out AP value, my job is done, right? So that AC name automatically comes here when you're thinking in this way. So automatically you'll make that construction. So that's it for this problem. You can solve it in round one or round two as per your convenience. That's it for this question. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.